It's just a situation. Yes, y'all. It's just a situation, y'all. Okay, I got my ring light, man, all in my face. I got to do something about that. Turn it down or something, okay? Got to make a quick adjustment, y'all, but it's Monday night, y'all. Here on TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with the global reach. Oh, it was my shades that was making it happen. So let me put on my Batman. We here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's Monday night, April 18th. You tune in to TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with the global reach, y'all. It's sports talk. I gathered my crew. I think I got everybody here tonight, y'all. Let me quickly introduce everybody. Let Jammin' J. Lamont quickly go down. We're going to fade him on out. Thank you, Jammin' J. Lamont, for that blowing my mind, y'all. All the way from the West Coast, y'all. I'm going to start out in the West Coast, bringing him in. He's our stand-up comedian, headlining, and also he's a part-time doing his thing, coaches the young fellas, the youngsters, y'all. Show some love for my main man, Mr. Mark Howard. What's up, Mark?
I knew you didn't have the guts to go through it. I saw you with the hat off and the shades. I was thinking of the old TV show, A Man Called Hawk. Remember that?
Yeah. Hey,
yeah,
dog.
you could have done. I had a sequel for you.
But I'm gonna tell you,
you could have done the sequel, An Ugly Man Called Hawk.
Well, let me tell you something, Mark. It was my ring light showing in the glass. I had to take them off.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, man, I'm gonna bring the rest of the crew in. We still out there on the West Coast, y'all. My best friend from high school doing his thing. Mr. Terry Rayford in the house, y'all. Bring him on up, Terry. What's happening, boy?
How you doing today, everybody? What's up, Mark and Vance? How y'all doing?
All right. Hey, man, you looking good, Terry. I meant to say that, man. You know. Yes, sir.
Just old, brother.
Sure, our best friend.
We're doing our best. Real quick, let me bring the Midwest in the house, y'all. Representing the Two Dog Sports Talk out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. My main man, y'all, Mr. Jeremiah Watts in the house, y'all. What's up, Jeremiah?
What's going on?
All right.
We like Tulsa back there.
Yeah, Big T in the house. Oh, y'all, hey, we're going to bring in our last Midwest, my main man. He's the co-host of In the Room. Also, he represents them LUs, along with Mark Howard, Langston University. Show some love for my co-host, Mr. Philip Townsend, y'all. What's up, Phil?
What's up, baby? You know what time it is.
There it is. So what's up, fellas? Everybody good? Everybody had a good weekend?
Yeah, man.
No.
I was on the road, man. Speaking of university,
okay.
I got some pictures of me at Notre Dame University.
Oh, that's nice.
That campus is really not, I'm thinking bigger. That campus is not much to it. Don't look better than Langston, Phil.
I don't care. Y'all can be on the University of USC, and you still say that I'm better than Langston University. So stop.
No. Well, SC campus is better.
Yeah. See, Vance, that's the one thing. That's the one thing about LeBron people. We don't lie.
tell him, Jim. Jim, I don't even want to go there, y'all.
We don't make up fabrication.
Cough again, Terry. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm trying to get all that out my throat because it was crazy.
Well, fella, hey, man, everybody's looking good, man. Hey, this is the exciting time of sports when we got the NBA, y'all. It's the NBA playoffs. We finally got all 8 teams from each conference solidified and set. So, y'all, we're going to jump right in. And we're going to go to each game, man. Let's break them down, chop them up, and then do our segments. And then we're going to jump into the free-for-all, man, and we're going to be out, y'all. So it's all good. So if I leave anything out, We're gonna pick it up in the free for all. So right now, so let's start out. We had our first game tonight. Y'all called it Philly versus Toronto. Philly taking a 2-0 lead. My question is, what do you think? Is this making a statement? Is Philly making a statement? Is Doc making a statement? Is Harden making a statement? I'm gonna start out with you, Two Dogs. Talk to me. What you think about this series?
The only statement that Philly is making is that they better than Toronto.
Yes.
They should be winning. Toronto don't have an answer for Embiid. He's dominating. You got Maxey that's playing good ball. Now, well, I want to see. I think Toronto can probably take one in Toronto, especially with Thibault, which was one of Philly's starters not being there. But Philly got a okay bench to handle Toronto. But the only thing Philly doing right now is just saying that they're better than Toronto. That's it.
Okay. We follow that, Mark. What do you say?
Actually, they've proven that they're much better than Toronto. They're not even breaking a sweat with them right now. But I like Toronto. Toronto is a gamey team, man, but they don't have the star power. And that's what it comes down to the playoffs. Where it comes to the star power. And Philly has that. Thibault will definitely be a key loss, but I think it won't matter too much. And Toronto may fight and get one, but Philly's just a better team.
Okay, cool. Now, co-host, I'm gonna ask you this: does Harden have anything to prove in this playoff run? Not just the first run, in this playoff run.
In the whole playoff run, does he have
whole
anything to
playoff
prove?
run.
No, he doesn't have anything to prove, and the reason for it is because I don't expect anything from him. So look, Harden. No, Harden's gonna be. Look, it doesn't matter what Harden does. If he comes out and straight up balls, that's what he's supposed to do. If he falls flat on his face, that's what we knew he was going to do. So, he's in a no-win situation, and I just like to see James come out and be steady. Just get his dishes and just be steady. I don't think he has to put up gaudy numbers. Just get that 20 plus and get those double-digit assists. He'll be fine.
Okay, thank you. Now, Terry, best friend, man. I want you to give a quick little synopsis of what happened to your Clippers, and then move into. Do you think Toronto got a chance in this series?
In both games, I saw both games that they played, and they couldn't close.
Who we talking about now?
Close. The Clippers.
Okay,
the Clippers couldn't close because they was winning both games, and then they just couldn't close at the end. And I think y'all said something earlier, either you or somebody said star power. That was Mark, I think. They didn't have the star power. I mean, the second game, George wasn't there, and it was just like, and they were still in the game, and they just couldn't come over. I think the Clippers going to have to wait till next year when LeBron come over there and play for the Clippers.
And real quick, man, you think Toronto got a chance in this series?
Against Philly?
Yeah, well, that's who they playing.
No,
that's
man.
I
saw Big Boy, man. Big Boy was rebounding. Last time I saw a big guy like that could shoot that good, that was inside, not like outside forward, was Bob McAdoo. That dude was dropping them, and he was even doing 2-step turnaround fadeaways on him. Big Boy is just too much for him. I think this is going to be a sweep series for Philly. I think Philly's going to be good. They will get this sweep.
Okay.
If he continues to play. And he was playing defense too.
Well, let's move on. Over to the West Coast real quick. Uh-oh. And let's do this. Matter of fact, there's a game on right now. Denver and Golden State. Golden State spanked them that first one, and looked like Denver's kind of winning this one. Y'all seen any updates and correct?
Yeah, it's 26-25.
Yeah,
Denver.
They closed the gap.
They closed the gap.
Okay. So Mark,
Yes, sir.
talk to me on this Denver. What do you think about this series, Denver and Golden State, man? Do you think the Splash Brothers got enough, Or you think Joker can handle it? What's happening?
I think everybody's MVP is a regular season player. I mean, he plays. He done well in the playoff, does his part, but he doesn't uplift them enough. No Jamal Murray, and Jamal Murray actually plays better in the pro season than he played in the regular season. But he can't lift them nowhere. Plus, really, even without Michael Porter. So if you look at it, Denver supporting cast, they're relying on Jeff Green. Jeff Green almost as old as Vance. And
he's just a couple of days older.
Balling,
man, just a couple days. You know what I'm saying? And he is, but they just not taking him over the hump. Golden State's gonna win because they're just better.
Okay. Co-host, get it in real quick, man. What do you think about this series, Denver and Golden State?
Believe it or not, I think Mark hit something right on the head. You look at the Joker's, playoff role. I do think he is that regular season MVP caliber guy, and not in the playoffs. And so, with them missing, Porter Jr. and Murray, no, it's Golden State's. It's Golden State series.
Golden State.
Even with the not fully in effect Klay Thompson.
Okay.
Who, by the way, will be traded to LeBron's team. On top.
He gonna be a Clipper too.
Real quick, Terry, how you see it, man? How you see it?
They were just showing the big dude for Denver, and he made some great shots early in the game. But right now, I think that flavor is just gone. I think Golden State's just too high power for them, and that's the problem. Even though they just had a good block right there, I think the problem is that Golden State's got too many shooters, and once they warm up, it's gonna be game over.
Good deal. Now,
I mean, if you look at it right now, Vance, real quick, it's 26-25.
Right.
Denver's up. Jokic has 12 points out of the 26. Right. The next highest score is Barton with 8. That means, and so now you got Jeff Green who hit a 3, and you got Gordon who hit a 3, and you'll never see him hit another 3 again the rest of this playoff series. Nobody else got a bucket.
So that leads me my question to Jeremiah. Jeremiah, how bad do they miss Tracy Murray?
Tracy Murray.
What's his name?
Who's choosing him? Up to you. I coached with Tracy Murray at the AAU program. And his brother, the program I was run by Ken Murray. And
Is Jamal his
he
brother?
is no relation. No relation.
Jamal Murray his brother?
What? Who is it, Jeremiah?
Bass would have been better off saying Bill Murray.
Tracy on the show, man.
Tell him who I'm talking about.
They miss him. They miss him quite a bit. They miss Murray quite a bit. But
Jamal Murray.
But the thing is, it's just too much firepower. Golden State's getting in sync. Klay Thompson, last 5 games, he's averaging over 30-something points a game. He's getting a shot back, getting better shape. You got Poole that's just playing out of his mind.
Right.
It's just too much firepower. The Joker, he has to expel too much energy during the regular season that by the time playoff come, he just wore out. I think he might be able to carry him maybe one game, but I think 4-1 it's just gone 4-1. They miss Murray, they miss Porter. They just miss their team, they squad. They don't have enough firepower.
No, they're in trouble. They playing DeMarcus Russell. I mean, not DeMarcus.
Cousins.
Vance got me.
Playing Cousins and
DeMarcus Cousins.
And he got kicked out. He got kicked out the game last week, the other night.
My dad loves DeMarcus Cousins.
DeMarcus Cousins and Austin Rivers is they supporting guys.
Yeah, man. That DeMarcus Cousins something else, man. My dad, we had a conversation about him the other day.
Hey man, hold on. What Phil doing? Passing pretzels over the mark or something?
It looked like it did.
Thanks, Phil.
These clowns, man. But anyway, y'all, hey, this is Station Breakout. If you just tuned in, you tuned in to TAN TV, African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach, y'all. It's sports talk. All right, so let's segue into our first favorite segment of the night, y'all. And it's a segment that we call Thinking Outside the Box with T-Rex. T-Rex, what you thinking about tonight, my brother?
Brother, I got something good for you, T-Rex. This past weekend was Good Friday and Easter. I want to talk about in the Bible a little bit about the last 7 words that Christ spoke. And the verse I'm going to talk about is when he says, Father, forgive them for they know what they do. And I'm not going to go deep into it, but what I'm going to say is if America, with all the hatred that we've been shown, especially over this past weekend with the shootings, could just forgive people. I'm not saying let's get something straight. If Jesus is like number 1, I'm not even on the scale as trying to be Jesus like. I'm like 17, 18, 19 million whatever universes away from where Christ is at. But he had one strong thing, when he was on the cross, as we all know, and he said, Father, forgive him. That is true, and even I had to look at myself, and I think everybody should look at themselves because it's hard. It's easy to want people to forgive you, but it's hard to forgive somebody. So my word to America is this. Even though we all are from Adam's seed, we all need to remember that. We're not far from relatives, whatever, that movie, 6 Degrees. We are all related. We might have different shades, speak different languages, but we all are related people. So if you have some problems with somebody, forgive them for them problems. Forgive them. Let's, for lack of a better word, let's try to be Christ-like and forgive people. Even if they never did anything to you other than their color, their skin, or language they speak, or the continent they're from. America, we need to stop this. And we need to make sure that we become what we are, a melting pot, instead of just hatred, killing people for no reasons. I'm going to close by saying this. Remember that in South Carolina, I think it was, when that church got shot up and they killed all those people? And they interviewed an elderly Black woman. And that man asked him, how do you feel? And she said, I forgave him already. That's power. So America listening, I'm telling you right now, we have to be more Christ-like and understand and give forgiveness to be a better country and a better people. This is T-Rex. I'm outside the box, and I probably won't talk about religion ever again, but I had to.
Thank you, T-Rex, for that outside the box. And if you don't know,
now you know.
That's it, baby. Thank you very much on that.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to move on, man. But we do need love, man. We do need love, and we need self-forgiveness, man. I think in this world, we just need to change hearts. We need to change hearts, man. And so, yeah, it's work. And it's so funny, man. You talk about those 7 utterances of Christ, last 7 words that he spoke, man. That's tough. I think that should be a great teaching tool, man, that we should know. But anyway, that's just me. And Terry, thank you for that, man. That was great.
Okay.
I love it. I'd like to film that one day. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So let's move on, man. We're going to talk some East Coast
basketball
talk. And let's go to a series that's, I don't know, but I got my boys. Let's go to that Milwaukee. Is that 95? What's that? That highway they rolling down from Milwaukee to Chicago.
I believe that's 94.
94? Okay, we have to look it up. That's what it is. Somebody can tell us. But Mark, what do you think about my boys? I still pick, yes, the defending champs and Chicago, them young Chicago Bulls, man. How you got that going?
I got Chicago getting swept.
Okay.
Chicago smoking mirrors.
Smoking mirrors.
They're smoking mirrors. That whole illusion the whole year long. They start out on top. You start to see them come down to earth. DeMar DeRozan had, I think DeMar DeRozan had the best year of his whole career in NBA this past year. I think so, but and I like DeMar DeRozan. But he's not. He's not a guy that can take you to the next level to the playoffs. Regardless of how mad he was with Toronto, they made the right move, and he was the one to move. He's not gonna take you but so far, and you can see that they can't get the shot that they're looking for off. He can't get that little mid-range elbow shot. They take that away. Love for him to shoot threes, and they're gonna take him out the hole. So
he wanted to be a NIM, but they didn't want him. He wanted to be a NIM.
He wasn't hitting no shots. I mean, look, Magic and all them, and I get it. He definitely probably was better than what they went with, but he would not have had the year with LeBron and them that he had with Chicago. Wouldn't have been in that position for that. And I think he would have had a good year, but would he have been an all-star? No. And the same thing with Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine he's either hot and he cold, and it's really extreme with him, you know. But again, there's certain amount of players can play, but they just don't lift you. And Zach LaVine's lifted this game, but no.
Well, you know, Mark, I think you covered it. I think you covered the series. So, fellas, let's just go right through that one because I see Milwaukee. I got Milwaukee. Anybody else got anything? Anybody got the Bulls?
No.
Jeremiah? Phil?
No.
Hey, Vance, they'll win this series. They're supposed to win, but
they're supposed to win this series.
Okay.
They're not going back to championship.
Thank you very much. So we got Milwaukee moving on. Very good, y'all. So let's go. Let's switch on to the West Coast. I like this jumping back around. Let's keep it moving. Utah and Dallas. No, what's my man?
Luka Vance, Luka
Doncic. No Luka Doncic. Will Utah win this series? Co-host.
They better. Look, if you think it's hot on Gobert and Mitchell now, Quinn Snyder's already saying, look, sign me up for the next team. No, Utah will win this series. If they don't, they are definitely going to get broken up. And I think that people are going to be surprised at the non-level of attention that people are going to want to be going after Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell, as great as he may seem to some of you all, I see the limitation. And I will tell you right now, I don't think that you're going to see where GMs are just going to fold fat and roll to do anything they can to get him.
Okay. Free for all.
You got 34 points on 13 and 29 shooting.
I'm just saying. Utah barely beat Dallas in game 1. They fenced to lose game 2. Luka probably be back for game 3. They hope. Utah might not even win this series if Luka don't even come back. This series might be over. They have. I said last week they have too much dissension in the camp. I don't think Mitchell and Gobert ever got along after that COVID situation.
I wouldn't.
They act like they did, but I don't think they ever did. Mitchell don't want to be there. Gobert don't want to play with Mitchell. Quinn Snyder, his voice is not being heard no more. I just think Utah is just ready to get this over with, and I think Dallas is going to win the series with or without Luka.
You won't get an argument out of me. You will not get an argument out of me.
I agree with Jeremiah for the simple reason Utah, they look like they were just depending on Mitchell to pull him out, and he couldn't do it. I mean, he's a great player, as Jeremiah said. I loved him last year. I mean, he was balling last year. I don't know if that little injury he had that slowed him up, but he seems to be a little dysfunctional. I didn't know that they was having issues. I didn't dig that deep. I just watched the game. So And of course, I think it's going to be 4-1. I think Dallas is going to take the next 4 games, and that'll be it.
Okay. Next 3 because Dallas just won.
Oh, they won
I'm
tonight.
just saying,
Okay.
yeah, game just ended. I'm just saying it may not be a coincidence or not, but Dallas has excelled when the Mavericks, they just won. The Mavericks actually excel with former Wizards.
I guess Mark just told you why they're winning.
Wow.
Spencer Dinwiddie, Davis Bertans, you know, when they won the championship, they had Deshaun Stevenson and what's the big boy name? The big center, Brandon, was it? I'm just saying.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Wizards don't win championship, but we actually fill some teams up with championships.
Well, let's do like I'm gonna do like Stephen A. Would you give a shout out to Sedaria? Thanks for tuning in.
Yes,
Hey, Bella.
Yeah. Bella on there too? Okay. Oh yeah.
What are you telling us? Bella can speak for herself, Sedaria.
All right, Bella. All right, y'all. So let's move on to this series here, man. I'm like Stephen A. When you go to South Beach, you know the stands be so empty in South Beach, man, until the sun go down, man. When people come off the beach and fill up the stadium. But Miami and Atlanta.
Next series.
You already said the winner. The first word was the winner.
Next series.
Wait a minute, Trey ain't got a chance.
Next series.
He by himself against Miami? No, he ain't got a chance.
He ain't got a chance, y'all.
Next series.
Well, Capella. That's the only reason, though. Capella.
No. Are you next series?
They're gonna make him cut that. Make him cut that faded patch off his hair.
All right then. Well, I'm sorry, Atlanta, but the fellas just taking the big broom on y'all. So we'll move on, y'all. So that was gonna lead us into we got
it ain't even a big broom. It's a little whisk broom. Go away.
Go away. Listen, man, since we gave our shout out to our favorite loyal favorite followers of the Tan TV sports talk show, Sedaria and Bella, and we're gonna move into our second favorite segment of the night, and it's a segment that we call simply Just a Doggone Minute, and it's hosted by Mr. Jeremiah Watts, the host of the Two Dog Sports Show out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Jeremiah, what you talking about tonight, Jeremiah?
All right, here we go. I'll be doggone if these fans is not at it again. I'm not gonna just focus on the animal rights activists in Minnesota that's chaining themselves to the goalpost and trying to glue their hands to the court and all this other craziness. I'm still trying to figure out how the woman got a chain inside the arena and how she even get close to the goalpost to even chain herself to the goalpost, and you supposed to got security. And you supposed to have security at every place, and she got close enough to the goalpost to chain herself to the goalpost where they had to cut out. So I'm not.
What color is this napkin? What color is that? That's why.
I'm still trying to figure out how the woman got close enough to the court to put glue. When you seen her putting the glue on the floor, didn't that say something that how she got close enough to the floor to glue her hands to the floor? But
luckily, she didn't have Gorilla Glue.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. I diverse though. The fans, fans is gonna heckle, and fans is gonna say they stuff. But sometimes these fans are going a little bit overboard. But I do think Kyrie has to have a stronger will. You can't let these fans. Do you think fans said crazy stuff back in the day too? But they showed it what they play. But fans, y'all cannot be calling people MFs and all this other stuff the whole entire game and expect nobody to respond. People are not these new age young people. they're gonna respond. They're not supposed to just sit there and take it and not say anything. And so the security, once again, security should be able to do something. Enough is enough. After a while, we're gonna have another Malice at the Palace, but it's gonna be in the parking lot because somebody's gonna end up getting knocked out. But if the fans is telling you suck, fans telling you stink, fans telling you can't shoot, like they was doing calling West Brick and all this other stuff, I don't got no problem with all that. But when you start talking about people's mama and calling them MFs and all this other stuff the whole game and calling them the N-word and all this other stuff, you done crossed the line. And hey, that's the way it goes. And I'd be doggone if these fans is not at it again. I'm out.
Well, thank you, Jeremiah, for that. Man, you came up with one. That was funny, man. That was great, man. How did she do it? How did she do it, dog?
They doing it everywhere, in every sport.
Well, I'll tell you, though, I'm glad one thing, though. I guess Kyrie couldn't be the Jackie Robinson of basketball.
He sure can't. He
sure couldn't. He wasn't the chosen one, though.
He wasn't.
Anyway, y'all. So anyway, let's keep it moving, man. Thank you for that, Jeremiah. So we just jump back now. Now we're getting down to some good games here. We're gonna do some East Coast Conference talk. Y'all, the Brooklyn Nets versus the Boston Celtics. I saw that first game. Layup by Tatum. Man, that just was, that just boom, 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 boom. So what do you think? Starting with you, co-host. Let you get it out real quick.
I'm sorry, Vance. I was concentrating on what Jeremiah said his last segment and how I was countering something. Would you give me that again, please?
Well, we're talking about the Brooklyn Nets and the Celtics, man.
I've already told you that one. As I said, and there was such jocularity in the air when I said that Boston would win. And yes, you were the primary.
I said Boston was going to win a long time ago.
You were the primary culprit. Matter of fact, I can run the video back and show you. Well,
run it back, Phil.
Matter of fact, I'm going to run it back and show you. Well, you laughed when I said Boston would be coming out the East.
No, I said no. Now coming out the East, that's a whole different
story.
Yeah,
that's where you.
But I said Boston was going to beat Brooklyn.
Well, yeah, I think about everybody, but Van said that.
Vance doesn't know that.
I wouldn't pick Brooklyn, man, because Brooklyn tried to beat my Bucks, man. So, But so would you say, Phil? You still got them the Celtics?
The Celtics will beat the Nets.
Okay,
there's no issue. Look, you got to look at it this way: Kyrie and KD. People are saying KD had an off night. Well, he scored 27 points on
22.
3, huh?
Yeah, 22.
Okay, 22 on what was it? 9 of 27 shooting. But the whole point is that the one time, the 2 times that both of them scored over 30 points in a game, twice they lost those. So it's a situation to where either one of them is going to really get off and the other one's not. But Boston's just going to be that whole slow and steady thing. And they're going to come with it with the spread. People are saying, oh, you won't get that much out of Horford anymore. You won't get that much out of Marcus Smart anymore. Well, guess what? They don't have to. They just need that good, steady spread because Tatum, and we know Tatum and Jaylen Brown will both of them have the propensity to score 30 points each in a game and win. So it's the Celtics over the Nets.
All right, Terry, what you got, man? Who you got, baby?
We talking about the Nets and the Celtics?
And the Nets, yeah.
I still think Boston. I mean, Boston has a better team, but I'm gonna stick with the Nets. I think it's gonna be an upset. I just think it's gonna be. I think they're gonna bring homeboy off the back injury list, and he's gonna go out there and he's gonna give him a little.
What? They're bringing Jesus off of the back injury.
That's what I'm talking about. gonna bring him off the cross, let him go out there and start dunking on him.
Well, he off right now. He just got off, so he ready. He ready.
I'm just
There you
saying.
go, bring him.
We'll see next game. That's all I can say. You know.
What do you say, Mark?
Boston is going to win. Brooklyn gave a good shot with that, even though I don't think KD will have as bad of a shooting series, but they'll do them a little differently there. Hey, maybe they'll go down like Brooklyn will go down like 0-3, Vance, and then out of the clouds, nowhere before the game starts, a figure comes running down. It's Ben Simmons. He comes out of nowhere. And he saves the series. They come back from down 0-3 and win because of Ben Simmons.
It's his defense and his passing, Mark. You know that.
Yeah, his defense and his pass. That's all it is. It's the only difference. That's what they're missing. They found he had a bad back. They didn't find he had a bad back. They tested his back and found that there was no spine.
Okay. All right, y'all. Well, well, Brooklyn don't seem like you got a chance with my crew up here this week, so we'll see.
I don't get a chance, man. I don't get a chance to say nothing.
Oh man, I sure didn't hear that rash.
Man, every time you pick me last, you always skip over me, man. What's the deal, man?
I pick you last because you know how to close. Close it up, baby. Close the door. Shut the door on it, man. Shut the door on this one. Brooklyn and the Celtics, Jeremiah.
I agree with Phil. I agree with Mark. Terry picked Brooklyn. I sure don't agree with Terry. Terry done lost his mind. He wearing that coat. He wearing the Colts hat. He's a San Francisco 49er fan, but he wearing an Indianapolis Colts hat.
Peyton Manning. I got the jersey in the closet.
You know, so but
Peyton didn't play for 49ers neither.
I'm a 49er fan.
But Boston's gonna win. Saying Robert Williams will be back before the series up. So him and Ben are gonna come back at the same time. So they both gonna be coming out the tunnel at the same
more
time.
heart than Ben.
But Boston right now. Boston's playing. They playing too good defense. They playing team ball. They playing together. When Marcus Smart came out and called out Tatum and Brown earlier during the season, they didn't buck them. They just got it right, and they've been playing ball. They're playing more team ball than Brooklyn. Brooklyn don't have enough weapons, and KD is so
they got
consumed.
2 weapons down in them too.
Kyrie is so consumed with the fans. He about to lose his mind.
Kyrie finna come out as Uncle Rufus. What was it? What was
Uncle Drew?
Uncle Ruckus.
Uncle Drew, man. That is Uncle Drew.
Uncle Drew.
So,
yeah, that's true.
So you got Robert Williams. You got Robert Williams coming back. That's gonna solidify all the middle. So Kyrie ain't finna be doing all that driving to the middle. It's Boston. It's gonna go 7, but Boston's gonna win it.
Okay. Well, y'all, let's joke back onto the West Coast, Western Conference, man. This last series. New Orleans Pelicans versus the Phoenix Suns.
Okay, ain't it time for our third and final rant, man? It's time for our third and final rant. Because that's not, you already know. I don't even know why you going there, man.
Hey.
Some series we just don't have to talk about.
Okay, well, hold on, Jeremiah. Why can't we have 3 people coming out the tunnel then? Zion. Why can't we have Zion coming out the tunnel?
Yeah, he's gonna come out and bring in some beignets when they come to New Orleans. That's all he's gonna come out the tunnel and do.
Man,
Zion got to be able to fit through the tunnel.
That dude doing he's doing 360 dunking.
They already said he's not playing, so
okay.
That's the end of the discussion.
Okay.
And he wouldn't be able to help them anyhow.
Okay. Well, anybody else want to interject? Terry, you got something?
No, I agree. I think they're overmatched.
Co-host? Hey, man, well, man, I want to, I'm going to make sure everybody got their voice in. Come on, Pelicans. Come on, Pelicans.
Sure.
Come on, Pelicans. So did we talk about the Memphis and
No, we can do that.
Talk
Real quick.
about
Do
Memphis
that.
and Minnesota.
That's a series that you should have talked about,
Yeah,
not
that's
the
a good
cotton
series.
picking
Just two
Pelicans
young
and
teams.
the Suns.
I got to
Two
talk
young
about them
teams.
all, Jeremiah. Come on, baby. So what we got, man? Memphis and Timberwolves.
I think that's gonna go down to the wire.
first game. Huh?
It's gonna go down to the wire.
Because they really so unpredictable.
Memphis is gonna come back. Memphis is gonna come back down to earth. They was too hyped the last game. They never been a top 3 seed in the playoffs. Have home court advantage. They're gonna bring it back down. Minnesota is just all hype. But that Edwards boy, that joke the truth.
You got to get a little bit more consistent, but he gonna be good.
Yeah,
Edwards the truth. Yeah, he gonna be good. So that man Ray, hey y'all. So I appreciate we went through all the. It's the first round, so there's a lot of basketball. That's what I love it. Basketball on every day of the week. This first round, y'all. So let's. We'll be back next week for sure, and get some updates. It's gonna be a lot of basketball being played. So, what we love, our final favorite segment of the night, y'all. And it's a segment that we just simply call Mark's Rants. Mark, what you ranting about tonight, player?
I'm going to talk about a couple of different aspects. I'm going to step a little bit on what Jeremiah talked about, but I'm going to start off with just some of the athletes that just say stuff that or do stuff that just like, Baker Mayfield, again. If you don't shut up, man, dude, somebody needs to snatch you by your thin lips and grab you like that black mama would when you start talking. They pinch you on your arm and say, "Would you shut up, please?"
That ain't what they say, Mark.
Well, Vance told me I couldn't curse. They do it with grit and teeth. So, I'll give you something. Always open your mouth with something. I mean, it's just like, dude, nobody's feeling sorry for you, dude. Nobody's feeling sorry for you. They got rid of you. They've replaced you. Okay, Eddie Kane, you've been replaced.
Can't replace Eddie Kane.
They replaced Eddie Kane.
Can't sing like Eddie Kane.
Trying to replace me. You want my spot, Deshaun? I got it. You got it.
And your money too.
And then I'm gonna say to you, I don't have a problem with what Kyrie did. These fans do run their mouth and they say the wrong stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's more than just some of the stuff he said they say. I know. And I'm sure a lot of
that's Boston.
Right. Well, anywhere though. It's gonna be some racial stuff being said as well. And the contradicting part is that you don't worry about whether the kids see what the players do. How come you're not worried about what the kids hear the fans say? Because those fans say the same thing they heard from when they was little kids.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my only thing with Kyrie is that you doing the little finger stuff. You put the finger behind your bush and all that. It's kind of like, don't be secretive about it. My problem with Kyrie is the press conference. Well, it's really not the first time. I've done it a bunch of times. Why are you talking, son? Shut up. Why are you admitting that you do stuff wrong with the fans all the time? You want them to fine you for more money? And then you want to go through all this and say this, and then when a guy asks another question, you no, don't ask me no question about it. You brought it up, you talked about it. And you don't want no questions. He's bipolar. He's bipolar. I don't understand what it is that him and Kevin Durant decided to do when they decided to play together. But they just said, "The hell with combing their hair."
No, Kevin Durant need a haircut. He just need to go bald like you. He need to go bald like you, Vance, Terry, and Phil. Just go bald.
I mean, just like, dude, you just say stuff, man, and it doesn't make any sense. And then but I'm on your side. These fans got to stop. They need to stop. There's a point in time where but I'm not, and I'm not tagging this on because of who it is, Vance. But when some fan says something out of pocket to LeBron about his son, what did LeBron do? He didn't say nothing back. He went and got security. Them right there, get him the hell up out of here. And they were gone.
Class.
That's what they need to do.
You know, and I won't even say as much as being class, but I feel you. It's like basically, I run this. I know what you want to call me, that N-word, but guess what? This N-word just kicked your ass out the gate.
Mm-hmm.
And you spent a grip to come here. Same thing with the other family in the bubble that was running their mouth. I'm getting you out because you paid to see me. Now you got to pay cable to see me. That's it.
That is true.
That's all I got.
Thank you, Mark.
Just do it right.
Well, I think it was a little bit child. I think it was a little bit kiddish that Kyrie even giving a finger. Come on, man. You almost 30-something years old. You walking around throwing up fingers behind your head and running down the aisle.
Throwing up gang signs.
Come on.
Wait a minute, fellas.
Oh,
Wait a minute. Hold on, Phil. Let's get since Mark want to thank you for your rant. Once again, it was very good. And it's gonna lead us right in to our free for all, fellas. So now we open for the free for all. Go for it.
I'm going to take umbrage with Jeremiah talking about
umbrage. Let me write that down.
you know, Phil, give us some words, boy.
30 years old and throwing up the finger. I happen to like it. You know what I'm saying? Cross me when I'm driving. The thing is this. I watched when Barkley and them were talking about it is apples to oranges what these players have to go through today from the fans to what Barkley and them had to go through. They, when Barkley and them were in, the people put on the little costumes, did the little things, sat behind the bench and said little funny stuff to them about them going. And, fans did that. Barkley, you do remember you spit on a kid.
He didn't mean to do that.
Yeah. But the thing is this. They have crossed the line when they start talking, like Jeremiah said, talking about their mamas, cussing, saying all of these words and things. And the NBA is complicit in this because they have allowed these fans, because they are big dollar payers, to be able to sit there and call these players out of the names and then openly punish the players. You know why that happens? It happens because what? Look at the vast majority of people that are on the basketball team. Mm-hmm. Basketball and football are the most regimented sports there are when it comes to punitive things happening because they do something. I guarantee you, let them do it to the hockey fan. The hockey player, he's climbing that glass.
Yeah. Let them do it to the baseball players.
That's what I'm saying. But the whole thing is that all the NBA has to do is put the memorandum out. Fans, if you're doing this and that, you will be escorted out.
And not allowed back in.
You're wrong there. Because I guarantee you, if they start clearing out all of those big dollar people that pay it, they will stop doing all that stuff. Because you know why? The NBA has other big dollar people waiting to fill those very same seats. Mm-hmm. All you have to do is start making examples to show them that you're going to stand up for the players when you cross the line. It's one thing to say you suck. And then if I'm the player, I'm saying your mama thought so too. You see what I'm saying? Matter of fact, she told me I did better than you did. So,
we PG, Phil. PG,
man. If you're going to stay with those kind of things, but this thing where the NBA is allowing these fans to do this type of stuff, no, this is abuse.
Yeah, it is. It is. And my problem is that the NBA want these fans. You want to hold your members and your players to a higher standard. Where you need to hold your fans to a higher standard. There are certain things, I've heard, people say they don't even take their children to NFL games or NBA games because it done got so crazy in the stands. You might you might as well just watch it on TV. And you talking about, well, it shows, like Mark said, y'all want to holler, it shows a bad look. Well, no, it shows they hearing it from the fans. You know, so why you tripping on the players? You need to be tripping on these fans and get them up out of there. You need your security. You need to get better security. We seen that last week in Minnesota. They need better security because that security suck.
Yeah, but you know, again, they're even allowing this. Think about it. Even if you don't want to step on this thing with the money people, have some decency for these kids that are sitting there.
Yeah, teaching them bad things.
You see, you're teaching them not only the bad etiquette to the game, but I mean, you are literally promoting their future cursing ability because that's what's happening. They're learning.
That's why Mark can curse so good.
You shake his head, yeah.
That's the God. Hey, that's the God's on the truth.
Look, we're being a little too congenial on this, and we've got several minutes. So why don't I throw a monkey into the ring?
Can I say this real quick on that, Phil?
Yeah.
Y'all saw the movie 42?
Yeah.
Jackie Robinson.
Even though it was a movie, do you remember that scene where the little white kid came to the game to see Jackie Robinson? Or just came to see the baseball game, the little kid there, and he was looking at the fan. They was yelling when Jackie Robinson ran out. All of a sudden, he just joined in too and started calling him an N-word. Don't know. That's exactly how that happened.
That's it. Mob control. Mob mentality.
Go ahead, Phil.
Go ahead, Phil.
Well, look, seems like everybody was just getting along so good that I thought I'd come on and throw a little wrench into the thing.
Wow.
Terry,
Wow.
you brought up religion. Now, ain't nothing wrong with religion. Ain't nothing wrong with it. You know,
Some of them.
I'm not down with it, but I'm not against it. If you love it, then I'm going to like you for it. But, Terry, my issue when it comes to religion is people always honing in on a specific one and saying that's the one as if that is the all-encompassing one. And when you start talking about people needing to do the Christian thing to do, what I start thinking is, you mean that they should be looking at taking away people's rights of choice? Because we do know that there are all kinds of things that are done in the name of religion.
For sure.
In the name of Jesus.
Especially by these evangelicals.
Oh, for sure.
So where I do get your intent behind it in the thing that we really need to look at doing, exhibiting good values, you see. The thing is that I always get caught when people go to a specific thing, especially when they start talking about they need to be Christians on this. And I'm saying, just like the Christians can point out why they say somebody shouldn't be a Muslim, you can still come the same way. I'm neither here nor there. I'm for everybody's religion. If you got religion,
and I agree with you, Phil.
I'm for it. Because if that's what floats your boat, then goodness gracious, go for it if that's what's going to get you. But here's where I have my real problem with you and Dan. Now, I want you to set up, and then since you were so quick to second it, now see, because either this happened on the day that I missed school because I did skip elementary. But I was pretty good at math going then. Now, when you and Vance heard those last 7 words of Jesus, and it was, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do.
Mm-hmm.
Are those last 7 words?
No.
No, that was part. But it
That was
wasn't
part of
that.
those last 7 words.
That what?
Yep. They got finish. There's a bunch of them that's left out of it.
No,
You
no.
didn't-
I'm saying what you said.
I didn't say that. You see, I think Phil
Hold-
down in
You did
hold on,
not
Phil.
say.
Hold
you
on,
did
Phil.
not
Hold on,
say
Phil. Down in
Father,
Oklahoma, y'all little pea
Son,
brains, them little pea brains outside in the country. You hone in on things that people say. I didn't say be Christian. I didn't say Christian. I use Christ. Christ is in all the religion, even in Muslim.
No,
Christ
he's
is
not.
in the Muslim.
No, he's not. He's not in all religions.
No, it's
They
not.
call him something
No, he's
different.
not.
They
Well,
call
it's
him
not
Messiah,
Christ.
right?
It's not.
No, he's not. He's not in all
it's
religions.
not. Well, yes. Hold on.
the point I was trying to make
Hold
is-
on. Part of what you said is true. I'm Muslim, Terry. So
Mhm.
I am Muslim. We don't call him Christ. He is a prophet,
Right,
a Messiah, a prophet.
right. There you go.
But
A
we
Messiah
differ.
prophet.
We're different in the fact that he's not the Son of God.
Now, what I was saying was I wasn't saying religion because I agree with you, Phil. The thing about religion, it came out of only thing America believes in right now is God and trust on that dollar. And in court, put your hand on the Bible. Other than that, they don't have anything. What I was talking about was Easter this past weekend, not the whole spectrum of religion. So you just sitting there with your mouth salivating, you got to get it all out. Well, that pea brain, Phil, you got a big brain behind that little tiny one. Use that one, not the little evil one in there. That
I'm
always
sorry,
wants to take
Terry.
somebody down.
I'm sorry,
Hold on, Phil.
Terry.
For one time, you need to listen. You need to listen.
I'm listening.
Just
I'm
listen.
listening because I love listening to how
All
you
I
talk.
got to say about what I said is we all need to be better to each other, like Christ was. That's what the whole thing sums up to be.
Did I not say that?
But you trying to twist what I'm saying is into religion. Just like one of them atheists, you was just trying to twist it in
said
there.
it.
I'm not pushing religion on nobody.
You did say we're religious.
Terry, you the one that said you were going to talk religion.
Terry, the last thing you said is I probably won't talk about religion no more.
Well, I'm not. Well, but I was saying that.
That means you.
What
had
I was
talked
trying to
about
get
it
you to
just
understand
before
was we need to be better to each other, and instead of
I
always
said you
asking,
said that.
well, see, then what's your problem? Because that's the whole
That's
point of
my
my whole
point,
thing.
Terry, is that you did not see. You had your pea brain all
Okay.
up in it, in your feelings. Here, I'm going to give you your feelings back, Terry, because I'm going to explain to you that I said that
Okay.
I understood the gist of what you were saying, that we
Okay.
need to be a better people.
That's
That's what the
correct.
gist was. Now, what I said I had the issue with was yours and Vance's second, your saying of the 7 words, the last 7 words that Jesus said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. And then Vance came in and followed it up.
With what?
You quit saying that. You came in
that-
and followed.
I was just telling you what verse it came from, Phil.
Those words, yeah, those last 7 words, yeah, Terry, yeah. Vance, you came in and followed that up. Now, what I'm saying is this, where I have my issue, and it may have happened when I skipped school, is Father, forgive them, for they know not
That's 7 right there.
they do. I don't see 7 words there.
No.
I think Phil,
You got to run a couple of them together.
man.
But I'm gonna say how much to you. I'm gonna say this much to you. Terry, don't wear that Colts hat no more. 'Cause that
No. Boy, you
I
you
think
was Mark with
Mark.
something
I
else,
think the
man.
problem
You
is
and Mark,
Phil was
man.
like
Come on.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
it was 10. It's 10 words, man.
No, he was saying that. No,
Phil,
no,
you
no,
can-
no.
Yeah,
know
well,
what?
it's only 7. It's only
You know
7.
what, Phil? You did a good thing there, but I'm gonna tell you one thing. I don't think in the Bible. I am still a what's the word? A novelist. Neophyte. That's a good word. I know that word means neophyte. I got that in the Bible.
That's what,
I was just speaking on the hatred that happened over the weekend.
I understood that.
Okay. And as far as trying to teach somebody religion, you can't teach nobody religion if you don't understand it yourself. And
No,
I
Terry, I
understand
didn't
one
say
thing.
you were trying to.
Religion is
it's
two things. You know, it's 2 things people don't talk about.
Yeah, I was
Religion,
saying that. I said
politics.
that the
Yeah.
gist of your statement was about people being better.
Yeah, right. That's all.
But what I said was that apparently, I missed something on the last 7 words.
You know what? They got finish in there too.
They snuck 3 of them. It's fitting somewhere in there. That's probably covered 2 words. But I'm gonna help Phil and Vance out.
That was the whole
Hey,
I'm
look,
not
it's
gonna-
time to
Phil,
go, Vance.
Phil,
Wait a minute.
I'm gonna leave you with that because I'm not gonna. That's what they say in the book. The book said the
But
last
that was
7
the
words.
whole point of my dissension was yours and Vance's mathematics.
Oh no, that no.
It's not my
no,
mathematics.
no.
That's what they call it. The 7
So,
words.
so y'all didn't
Look here.
decide y'all were gonna count.
Well,
No.
anyway, we're going to keep that conversation rolling because
I love you, Phil.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm pretty sure that one of the last words that Jesus said was "ouch." I'm scared to you.
Well, y'all,
His last word was,
Everybody
his
that
last
watches
word
said,
was
"I'm going
finish.
to hell."
That was his last word.
Finish.
Finish.
It's been a candid day on Taryn TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and local global reach, y'all. Sports Talk. We out. Peace out, co-host. Good night, baby. Hey,
Yes,
I
sir.
love spirited conversation.